My name is Dennise Williams, an approved financial coach, and I ask if you can imagine another way of income from financial technology. Forex trading as a financial technology was once an income pathway reserved for high net worth individuals with at least the US $10 million to trade and financial institutions. All of that changed in the year 2000 when then President Bill Clinton signed legislation that moved access of the internet from just the military to the general public. The financial institutions realized that allowing the man on the street to trade currencies over the internet would open the floodgates to financial gain. In the year 2000, many persons immediately saw the opportunity offered to the average person to trade Forex, and they signed up for financial trading training schools in Atlanta, New York, London, and Dubai to learn how to buy and sell the different currencies in the world. Because that's what drives the Forex market, the different currencies in different countries. The first movers learned to trade currencies and then offered to trade for other persons. The result was many persons got burned in pyramid schemes. Now the question becomes, did that impact the US $7 trillion a day foreign currency market? No. Scams don't impact the market. Did the pyramid schemes make small investors scared? Yes. Did lack of education on foreign currency trading create a mental block so that persons did not want to invest in their own education? Yes. But in this conversation, we want to change the narrative around foreign currency trading. And so you don't need to wait to go to the airport to trade currencies. And you don't need to wait in line at the bank to trade currencies for profit. In the comfort of your home, you can invest in the technology and the training and develop this income stream for yourself. Bottom line, a strong financial table with an active financial focus allows you to build your dreams in the shortest time with ease and joy. So we are giving you information on another way to earn income because we want you to picture yourself seated at this elegant table where one leg symbolizes steady flow of income from passive sources, entrepreneurships, and career. The next leg is dedicated to strategic long-term investments. And when you engage with our financially focused support system, you will discover that building your financial table is easier. Your third leg is looking at protection and debt recovery, if that's an issue. And the fourth and final leg is your mindset. We are going to help you to navigate and understand why it is that a strong financial table will help you to get where you need to go with ease and grace. When we think of Forex trading, a lot of words come to mind. Scam being number one, bots another one. People have lost so much money. But here's the fantastic thing. Forex trading is a $7 trillion a day market. If you've ever been to the airport, you know you need to change currencies to go to other countries. If you've ever been to the bank and you plan to travel, you know you need to change currencies. If you've ever used a credit card when you travel, not only are you using it in different currencies, the credit card company is going to charge you a fee for the foreign currency. And so you know what we did at Financially Focused? We found Mr. Gordon Clark II. Yes, ma'am. Welcome, sir. From Mobile, Alabama, yes, who travels the world teaching persons how to trade Forex. Absolutely. Yeah? Yes, because this is an income stream for persons who have access to the internet, have a laptop, are teachable and coachable, and who understand every country has their own currencies, and there are opportunities for you to profit by having the technology, having the education, buying and selling. Is that it? Is that the summary, Mr. Gordon?
That is the absolute summary. Something that you said really caught my attention here. You said the first word that people come through is scam. Scam. And I think a lot of times when people hear the word scam, it's like, oh, this is the red flag. I don't even want to hear about it.
Right.
So first and foremost, kudos to you for even having this segment. Thank you. I always say scam stands for still confused about money. Right.
Okay.
And I want to break that down because anything that makes a lot of money, you pointed out, is $7.6 trillion a day industry. And so anytime that something is bringing that much revenue in, it's going to attract scam artists.
Right.
All right. So I think a lot of us get those phone calls every day, you know, say, oh, we're calling about your student loan debt. Or we're calling about your car warranty. Now, we know car warranties aren't scams. We also know student loan debts, you know, per se. But the scams have attached themselves to that as well.
Yes.
And so that's the same thing that's happened with Forex. And the only problem is people heard about the scam before they actually got a chance to get educated on the system.
Right, absolutely. So talk to me, what are the things that separate you from a large majority of traders who fail? Because I hear a lot of people come to me and say, oh, Dennise, I lost so much money in Forex trading. Why are you a winner?
All right. The reason that I win is really mindset. So one of the first things I talk to people about is going to be mindset, because what a lot of people do, we want to make money fast.
Right.
And there's a mindset for that. So if I'm looking for making quick money, and that is not how Forex is set up. Forex is a system, it's a skill set that you have to learn.
Yes.
But a scam artist knows that, hey, people want to make money fast, so I'm gonna box it up and say, hey, let's go ahead and tell them, hey, this is very easy. You don't have to do anything. I'll do it all for you.
Yes,
you'll be rich by next week.
Yes.
All right. And that's going to draw the attention of the people who are looking to get something done quickly. Or pretty much take and not give anything of themselves as much.
So one of the things that we talk about, we've looked at scams, we've looked at bots, we've looked at people not willing to invest money in education and learn. Now, in terms of the trading, what gives you the edge? What allows Forex trading to become another source of income to support your 9-to-5?
All right. So first things first, when you look at it, you have to look at it as what it is. It is a business.
Okay.
So when you look at it as a legitimate business, you start looking at what are the things that make a business operate. And now you take that same thought process to the charts. So when I go and look at the charts, I'm not looking at it as these pretty patterns that everybody is looking at. Say, hey, we're going to make this head and shoulders pattern, or these triangles and squares. I'm not painting pictures. What I'm doing is looking for patterns of finances. Okay. So at the opening of a week, have you ever worked a job and they say, okay, so for this quarter, this fiscal quarter, we're looking to make this much gain, or we're looking, or this is how much we've lost. All right. So there's a thing called fair value. All right. This is our equal line right here, that fair value. And for us to make profit, we need to go this direction, or we need to buy here, right? So we all know buy low, sell high, right? So one of the things that I teach now is just for the average person could follow along. at the beginning of a week of a Forex pair.
And the beginning of a week would be Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday
So-
night or Sunday day?
Sunday night.
Sunday
depending
night.
on where you are in the world.
Right.
Okay.
So the Forex market generally opens Sunday night.
Yes, Sunday night.
And you're talking about the charts. These are the Forex charts,
Yes.
looking at the US dollar, the pound, the
Yes.
Canadian, the Swiss francs,
Right.
the New Zealand dollar, the
Right.
Australian dollar.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so right, countries' currencies.
Right.
So anytime that it opens up on Sunday, that is your fair value line right there, right? So if we're predicting that price is going to go higher, right, that means that banks are naturally going to dip price first. So it's going to dip beneath that fair value market, right, first.
So you're
Just to
giving
get-
a secret? Are you saying that the price on Sunday night, when you look and you would have invested in your education, you look on a Sunday night, you see the chart. Are you saying deliberately Monday morning the banks sell the currencies for less?
Right. So you're going to see them move price lower, because now if everybody's thinking it's going lower,
Yeah.
right, price is getting cheaper. They're getting a cheaper price to buy those contracts. Everybody is selling, right?
Okay.
So that's what's pushing price down. Once it comes down, now what we're going to do is, well, not we, but banks, what they're going to do now is go bullish. They're going to go up. So now all those people who are selling, you know,
They
they
just
lost
lost
their money.
They
And it just went up. So what I do is I teach people the patterns so they can see it, they can identify it, because the chart literally has all types of indicators. And when I say indicators, I'm not talking about the indicators you add, but literally the regular basic bare chart. When you can read the chart and see the information, you realize that the indicators on there, they're just looking at things that are already on the chart. They're just measuring the averages of the past. What I do is teach you how to read the chart as it's happening right now. So I can look at a chart, and I think we just did a training where we saw some people and they watched me trade live, and they was like, you didn't have to mark up anything, right? Because the chart is already telling me everything that I need to know. Let me give you another example.
I'm still blown away about the Sunday night. You literally can know people will lose money Monday morning because they didn't get the education.
Yes.
And they make the wrong move. I'm
can-
still blown by
I
that.
can tell you the direction where the market is going a month before it happens.
Yes.
A week before it happens, because all of these things are showing in the chart if you know how to read it.
And it's pattern. So the education that people invest in
Right.
is how to get the pattern.
Right. So that goes back to looking at it as a business. Does business have business cycles?
Yes.
Yes, they have business cycles. So that's a pattern. If you can recognize a pattern, you can make a proper prediction. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if you can make a proper prediction, then that means that you can now get in with high confidence, simply because you know, for the most part, where it's going. And so
Right.
that's what I do, is I show people how to find those patterns, get in, and also back it up with real legitimate data that the chart itself is showing.
Wow. You're going to make a second point? I hope you didn't forget it.
No, I didn't get it. Let me make a second point. I didn't forget it. The thing is, a lot of times what happens is when people start trading, they come in with the mindset of, I catch on quick,
Yes.
right? And I think this is the thing why I tell people the first thing you want to get together is your mindset. Because when you come in, if you're saying, hey, I made straight A's all through school, I catch on fast.
Right.
And then you get into this market and you're not catching on fast, you get discouraged and
Right.
you quit.
Right.
Well, the thing is, it's different from your schooling. See, the thing is, when you go to school, what you're learning has always been the same, and it will always be the same. But if you're trading, the market is changing every single day. And if you don't know the language, if you don't understand what the market is telling you, then to you, it seems like the strategy is changing, but it's really not. It's just speaking a language that you don't understand.
Wow. Which leads me into a question is, how much time each day should you devote to following the Forex market so that you can make money?
Okay, so now that comes with your commitment level. Me personally, I believe that time is way more important than money.
Okay.
All right. Because if I was to give you, say, if I gave you $1 million, right?
Yes.
You would say, okay, I'll take $1 million.
I will.
But if I say I'll give you $1 million, but you got a minute to live, you probably wouldn't want that $1 million,
No,
right?
no.
I could up it to $1 billion, right?
Right.
So the thing is, we know innately that time is way more important than money.
Right.
And so what the wealthy do, and I'm just going to bring this back to Forex, what the wealthy does is they give a little bit of their money to free up a lot of their time.
Okay.
Versus the poor we spend a lot of our time to make a little bit of money.
Okay.
We're doing it backwards. So with that in mind, I want to help people get wealthy. So even my strategies on how I teach shows them how to free up their time. Case in point, when I just talked about this is where we're marking up for the week, and I know that it's going to dip beneath that fair value line and it's going to buy for the rest of the week, then what did I just tell you? The moment that I get into that low position so I can buy, I don't have to look at the charts for the rest of the week because it's already hit its lowest point for the week.
So what you're saying is your students, people who invest, you Sunday night, they set up on the system that you use, and it predicts what's going to happen for the week, and they can set their buy and sell rates.
Yes.
And the difference between buy and sell is the profit.
Yes. So you have different patterns on the chart. Some people call them different things. Some people call them the order block system. That's smart money trading. So you can have an order block. Some people use indicators, all right, rejection blocks, you name it, but those are structured. So you're going to find out that when you see the market turn around, it's only going to ever turn around when it runs into structure. Now, if you don't know what structure is,
right,
you wouldn't know that it was going to turn around in a certain spot. But me, as I teach everybody to read it, I show you this is structure, this is a pattern, this is an order block, this is a rejection block, right? This is a fair value gap. And I know that it's going to turn around in these areas. So now when I combine that with the time, which is another thing that keeps people from making money, is the time.
Yes.
Meaning, if I'm doing the United States dollar,
yes,
right, if I'm trading a pair that has the United States dollar in it, but what time is the United States normally active?
Right.
During the daytimes that we're active for 9 to 5, right?
Yeah.
So that's the New York session.
Right.
Right? So if I know that this is the time that that dollar or that currency is active, then I'm going to look for trades during that active time.
Wow.
So I don't have to wait all day and say, hey, when is this trade going to activate? No, I know it's going to move during these certain times. So when I combine structure, I combine daily bias with time, then I get in and get out very quickly.
And you make money.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. We have just scratched the surface of the education required to make money on the Forex. However, it's real and it's happening. What we're saying, we're not saying give your money to someone to trade for you. We're saying learn it yourself.
Absolutely.
We're saying spend the time each day. Invest in your education.
Absolutely.
Yeah? And this can become another source of income, passive income, a way in which you can really build a business. I am so excited. If you want more information, the information is below on the screen, or you just drop me an email, financiallyfocusedtv@gmail.com. Gordon, thank you so much for spending some time.
Thank you.
And for coming from Mobile, Alabama.
Hey, man, the honor is mine. Thank you for having me.
All right. My name is Dennise Williams. I'll catch you in a minute. Welcome, Dr. Carolyn Hale. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. And
All
you?
right. I'm great. So as a market labor researcher, you look at trends impacting career development.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, one of the critical trends is that, let me just be very plain. My 9-to-5 salary is not enough. Let me just put it on the table, okay? I need a side hustle. I need a different pathway. But guess what? The 9-to-5 I have spills over onto the weekend, spills over till 9, 10 o'clock at night. I am exhausted. How can I incorporate something else in my life to bring in more income?
Well, the first thing you have to do is be prepared.
Okay.
You can either hire somebody to do the side hustle for you, but you're going to have to price that in
Right.
to whatever the overall cost is. Or you can use technology, like you said, and set up the system so the system can work while you're working.
Okay.
Because the technology can do it.
So pay for help.
You have to pay for help, or you'll have to pay for the technology too initially. So there are initial setup costs that you will have to cover.
Okay.
But then they can help you to achieve the goals that you want. And continue with the 9 to 5.
So you're not saying drop the 9 to 5.
No.
Okay. No. You're saying be clear on the goals?
Be clear on the goals and understand the lifestyle that you want to live and how much is that going to cost and how many income streams do you need to support that lifestyle, because no one job is going to be able to give you that kind of revenue stream, or very few jobs will be able to give you that. So you have to understand the skills that you have and the lifestyle that you want, and then work around that to achieve what you need.
I see.
And technology can help you.
And technology. So we have 3 major takeaways from this section. We're saying, number 1, be clear on the goals.
Clear on the goals.
Invest in help.
If you need it.
Yeah. And don't leave the 9 to 5, but expand.
Correct. You can leave it eventually, but initially, hold on to that.
Yeah.
And let that cover the initial bills, and then you can move on. When you've looked at the trends and see where you are, you'll know when to move.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Hale.
You're welcome.
All right. So you've gotten the tools. You know what to do. Do not jump quickly. We're talking about making sure technology supports you. You may need to pay an assistant, but make sure you have an income plan. My name is Dennise Williams. I'll see you in a minute. Vinton, Realtor, Life Coach, Mr. Vinton Thomas, the Realtor. So one of the challenges a lot of us have is a mindset that says, I can't learn new technology. I'm in complete resistance. Talk to me. How do you help your clients to be open?
Okay, you have a lot of persons who are set in your old ways.
Yes.
They decide, oh, I'm not learning this, I'm not exploring anything. This is how it's treated. So we call it the brick and mortar, right? We're in the age of click and order now.
Click and order.
So where we're doing now, education is the key.
Yes.
And not just education, continuous education. As you might hear other panelists might say, you have to educate yourself, but you have to educate yourself continually because things change rapidly.
We are in a time of rapid change.
It is. What you learned last week will still be there, but there's more to be learned.
Yes.
So I encourage people to continue learning.
Yes.
Change your mindset. Things are changing. You need to adapt.
Yes.
If you don't adapt, you're going to be left behind.
Wow.
Right? Especially in the world that we're doing now, in Forex trading and all of that.
Yes.
You have to constantly learn something new every day.
Yes.
Right? A lot of persons they're just a one-off thing. They learn something and that's it. Right? Cars are changing, lifestyle are changing, clothing are changing. We have to change in order to move ahead with the crowd and know exactly what is happening, irrespective of their age group.
Wow.
Another thing I told persons all the while is that your phone is not just there as your phone. There are several things you can learn. There are some things you can learn from your phone. And most of these things are free.
Wow. Yes.
Right?
And you mentioned Forex trading. I mean, there are platforms where you can learn to trade 1 penny a day. 1 penny.
Yes.
Wow.
So the education is really, really good. And being consistent, whatever you're doing, that is the key.
Yeah.
Because ambition to get you to start, but you don't have to wait to finish, you have to be consistent.
Wow. That's fantastic. Thank you so much,
My
Mr.
pleasure.
Thomas. And, you know, I love that you expand beyond real estate. We're in technology, but it's
Yes.
all life coaching.
It is.
And I
It
would
is.
encourage everyone, look at the information at the screen below, get an accountability partner. Yeah? Absolutely. Thank you so much. My name is Dennise Williams. I'll see you in a minute. My name is Dennise Williams, and we took you through the understandings of the really basic part of Forex trading as a way to make income, additional income. It is up to you if you're ready to make the investment in your education. My name is Dennise Williams, and we at Financially Focused are here to support you. Drop me a line at financiallyfocusedtv@gmail.com and let's have a conversation. See you in a minute.